Hey Virgos, welcome back. I hope life has been treating you well. And apparently it has. But for those of you if it hasn't, it's about to get a lot better. Let me tell you. Oh my goodness. Yep, 9 of Cups on the bottom. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any new announcements to make, Virgo, other than I'm so sorry. I've been gone so much and for so long. I have missed reading so much. And obviously missed all of you in the community. It's time to fire this back up again. I'm hoping things, definitely start to slow down, especially after next week. I expect it to lull a little bit before it picks back up again. So let's try to get the train right back on the track. So without further ado, the sun coming out first. Hearing that song, Arms Wide Open. Gosh, that's an old one. I can't even remember who sings it right now. I'm actually going to start keeping track of the songs and posting links down below so that for those of you that are interested, you can go back and listen. Yeah, but that's what I'm hearing. It's from the 80s. For those of you that are part of that club there. The 5 of Swords there. Arms wide open, but man, it hurts. Okay, let's see. Let's get at least another card here. Either that or my future is so bright I gotta wear shades. I'm hearing that song as well, right? Gosh, I want to say, honestly, Virgo, for you, I want to say that this is after a period of just a lot of walking uphill both ways sort of thing, and trying to climb to the top or trying to attend to a matter and just not making progress and feeling just really wounded by this and like, am I ever going to get ahead? Am I ever going to win? Yeah, with the Fool card there. Whoops. Goodness, that's a big chunk. Ooh, and some heartbreak at the bottom as well. So, okay, if those come back to greet us, we'll cover it then. Virgo, just give me a minute here to kind of settle in and listen. Yeah, I'm hearing like a risk paid off. So this is definitely, to me, I'm feeling past energy here. This is something like you've really been through it, Virgo. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, although I feel sometimes you get up in your own head and you can be your own worst enemy, it also feels legitimately like you've just had a lot of responsibilities. Um, I was going to say a lot of people, but one person in particular just barking at you or in your ear about something, and you're just like, God, like it's just like you want to escape. Like you just need to get away. But it seems here though that you've recently taken a risk on something and it's about to pay off. Okay, it's so funny because the Fool has come up with all 3 of the readings today: Cancer, Leo, and now you, Virgo. The Fool, where it's like taking a risk and things has paid off. King of Cups energy at the bottom there. I wonder if you've gotten more into your heart energy and out of your head here, Virgo. That's a real possibility. Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you've walked away. It's taken a long time. I don't know if you've walked away from something or someone, but it's something that you've been working towards for a really long time. You've been plodding along. It's been very methodical, as you are, step by step by step by step. But this was a huge risk for you to walk away from this, whatever it is. And it's possible that you've lost money in the meantime. It feels kind of very much like you had to do this on your own. There was no other way to get to this point than to walk this path, as slow and painful as it might have been, and as much money as you might have lost along the way. But I'm being told that even if you have lost money or possessions, something like that through this, I'm wondering if this is a divorce or something, potentially. But even if it is in business, whatever you've walked away from, it's going to pay off in spades later. Like it's going to cost you up front now, or it's cost you, but in the long run, it'll pay off. You've definitely been up to something. You planted a seed at some point, and step by step by step by step, like you've worked towards it. But again, this was risky. but it's freeing. Like, just look at these opposing energies here. You know, the sun versus that Five of Swords there. You know, like, it's very liberating. It's letting something go. And again, I don't feel it came without consequence. It certainly did. But what's your sanity worth, I'm hearing? It's pretty blunt, right? Like, oh, tell us more about this situation. What else does Virgo need to hear about this situation? Who's peeking up there? Looks like the Knight of Wands. We'll see if they come up. Oh, the Devil. Oh dear. Seven of Cups. Okay. Temperance in reverse. Interesting. Okay. Just give me another minute here, Virgo. It's almost like you didn't trust whatever this was because it felt good. Like you were thinking, like, is this too good to be true? Like, is this a mistake? Look at there's your Magician at the bottom. That's Virgo Gemini energy. Like, you've got the power, man. You can manifest anything you want. You're a very powerful manifester. But yeah, getting back to the Devil here, it's almost like you didn't trust it because it felt good. And I think historically in the past, when you've done things that felt good, so you put your brain aside and put your feelings into it, sort of thing, it didn't end well. And so you weren't trusting it. Because look at that guy. Like, how tempting is that? Look at those sparkles and those muscles and, you know, those eyes more than anything. It's like, come on. Like, you know, come on. And you're just like, no way, I know this. This is a trick. Like, you know, like, no way, right? And so it leaves you in this energy of just not knowing for sure. And see, we've got that snake there. Like, can you trust it? Should you trust it? Should you trust your emotions? Like, you can see this was an emotional decision that you were leaning towards, right? There's this hurt being up in your head here. But you're just like, man, like, I've trusted my feelings before and it didn't end so well. Like, it really took your life out of balance historically, put you in a position where you felt off kilter and you didn't want to be back there again. But it just takes me back again to what's your sanity worth in this situation here. With the Magician energy on the bottom of the deck, I think at some point you've decided that you're the master of your own destiny and no one else is going to be able to change it but you. And that you would just go about it your way, you know, cautiously, very purposefully, with intent. And this is what the Knight of Pentacles is about, right? It's about being fully informed, thinking about it maybe a million times, and then realizing that you're going to do everything in your power, use all the tools you have to better control whatever this was in the past that got away on you. So you went about it the Virgo way, right? It's everyone's got their own way of doing things. You'll get there regardless. Just might have taken a little bit longer. Give it a little bit more thought. I'm curious though, like, what's this about? Is this about love or career? Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Tell us a little bit more. I don't want to speak to it until I get at least another card out here. Tell us a little more about what this is about specifically. Love, work. Right now I'm feeling like the Eight of Pentacles is a lot of work on self. Again, the Virgo way. Safe, somewhat predictable, organized, methodical. Like, you know, there's no, you know, in the past you might have been tempted and used your emotion and kind of went for something, took a risk on it, didn't pay off. So this time you were going to be much more careful about it. Yeah, Two of Swords there. Three of Wands. He has a feeling. I feel, interesting, the World on the bottom. I feel like, okay, so there's a few different scenarios here, and I'll spell them out, because it is a general reading, and I like to cover, well, honestly, anything that pops up into my head, because it pops up there for a reason. But the first thing I'm thinking is you did a lot of work on yourself, right? there's this groundedness here, and you took your time, because the Eight of Pentacles isn't afraid of hard work. It's a very balanced energy. It's balancing passions and academics together, sort of thing. And so it really speaks to doing things. I'm just hearing again methodically, like that just keeps coming out methodically. Instantly when I saw this Three of Wands, it feels like a person. I feel like I'm reading for a masculine energy. I feel like this is pursuing, so two things, pursuing someone that carries this energy. So someone who's beautiful, very, they could have long hair, just flowy, just somebody who's very natural. Like one of those girls, you know, stereotypically that you see at the beach that's standing there and you know, it doesn't matter her size or what color her hair is, the length, but someone who's just confident within themselves and just living life. Like just there's a sense of freedom that I get with this person, and just going for it. Somebody that's probably a fire sign or has fire in them, you know, that's motivated and isn't afraid to take after that which they want. The other thing that I'm getting here too is that it could have been someone that you worked with. Okay, but I don't know if you're in communication right now, because the backs are to each other. It's almost like the two of you might have gone off on your separate paths. But the third scenario I'm getting is that you're working, taking steps towards this person because you're looking over here at them. I don't think they're expecting you to be doing that though, because they've got their back turned. They're focused on what they're doing and that sort of thing, where they're going. I also think for some of you, it's a life change. I don't think it could be, you know, any one specific thing, but certainly enjoying life a lot more. Thinking about the things that bring you happiness and pursuing those things. Maybe working less and having more fun, or balancing it better. And that could be another thing too, balancing work and play a lot better. Whatever this was, it was huge though, because we've got the World on the bottom, okay? And so this talks about a significant change. It's like the end of a cycle. You know, we go all the way from zero at the Fool, and we go all the way to the end, to the World. There's that journey in there that you've been on, and then we come full circle and we start it all over again, right? This is the beginning again here, okay? So it's pretty profound. It's beautiful. Two of Cups, Knight of Cups at the bottom. I don't know if a friendship or possibly like a soul connection of some sort spurred this for you, got you from here to here, was life-changing event. Again, I don't get this sense that there's still contact. I feel like it's almost like, what do they call that? A wrinkle in time or whatever. Like it's almost like this sense of, you know, you cross paths, you learn lessons from each other, and you move on. But it's profound because it changes your life. Yeah, the Emperor and the Hierophant, which are so different. Five of Wands. I feel like there was a real battle within yourself. There's a real battle within yourself historically, where you could be like a business owner or someone in charge, someone who's very, again, methodical, calculating. You know, this Aries energy, that fire type energy, typically like it's a leadership energy of some sort. It's usually my doctor card too. I always seem to feel doctor when I see this card. But again, that Mars like energy, like it's just very motivated and a hard worker, serious, like a well accomplished sort of individual. So it's like balancing that side of yourself with this part of you that still believes in structure and organization and, you know, higher level commitments, like, you know, working within an organization again, which could prove, you know, this doctor or leader type energy here. But you see the energies are completely different in that the Hierophant certainly believes in those things, but has a much different attitude about it. It's like, let loose and have some fun, dude, is what I'm hearing, right? Again, I'm hearing, is it Muhammad at the mountaintop? I don't know if that's important to somebody or means anything to someone, but it's like that state of self-actualization at the top there, but having fun getting there. Like, it doesn't always have to be so serious. Life doesn't always have to be so serious. You don't need to feel so straddled. You can balance and start living a life that's just a little more chill. Like, start Again, I keep hearing it. Just have some fun. Have a little fun. And you can see when you take this energy here that you started with and you like come to this very different energy, right? It's like let go, loosen the grip a little bit, have some fun, you know? Yeah, you got a lot of responsibilities. Ooh, Virgo at the bottom. A lot of responsibilities, you know, a lot of people, you know, coming to you, especially if you're an emperor, right? But that doesn't mean that you can't have a good life and still maintain that sense of yourself. Yeah, exactly. Four of Wands, death and rebirth, and here we are, the Two of Cups showing up again. This time at the top of the deck with the Page of Wands. Can you guys see that? Let me move it up here a little bit. There. I'm going a bit long here. I'll try to wrap this up for you, Virgo. I've been away so long, though. I want to treat you guys right. Yeah, so to me, the Four of Wands just really represents that letting go and having fun. Again, it's just that loosening up, and life doesn't have to be so serious. There's just more flexibility and flow in your life. You can see the energy really changing here from kind of this rigidness, right, and headaches and stuff, and then, you know, methodical way of doing things and very slowly and cautiously and carefully, and, you know, fear from past experiences, right, and things are really starting to loosen up for you. So it's almost like this release, right? With this comes, you know, I have to be honest, it comes a new beginning. Like there's a death rebirth of some sort. I feel like it's you. It's like there's real clarity here. There's clarity about what you want. There's clarity about what no longer works and what you want to move towards. I feel like if you spend a lot of time in nature, this is where the clarity comes the most often, when things are as clear as they need to be. It's very powerful. Whatever this was, it was incredibly powerful and insightful. And almost kind of feels like it got hit like a brick at one point. So I don't know if at some point in your journey it did kind of be like, boom. Like, you know, I mean, there's a real emphasis for me too when we see death rebirth here and the infinity sign. You can't have one without the other. Like life is a constant cycle of death and rebirth, you know, literally, right? But also figuratively as well. Like we can have one without the other. And I think historically some of you might have really resisted death, right? The ending of things, the beginning of new things, right? There might have been some real hanging on to security and stability and stuff like that. And you've slowly loosened your grip from that. Like it's not one or the other, right? And again, I don't know if you're going to form a connection. Maybe let's just throw some clarifiers down for that. This Two of Cups energy. Like I said, Two of Cups doesn't always have to be love. It can be a friendship that's really profound, a connection of two people that, despite being very different, actually their energy mixes really well together. It's just gorgeous energy. And this has kind of led to this newfound, like, go for it. Like just, again, there's this loosening of a grip, and it's just kind of like, let's do this. Like, let's wing it. Let's see what life brings. New experiences. It's just a breath of new energy coming into your life here, based on letting something go. Something's come to an end and something else has begun. Whatever that is for you. Yeah, exactly. Four of Pentacles, right? It's holding on, gripping so tightly. Honestly, I feel Five of Swords again at the bottom, right? Like this inner conflict more than anything, and possibly conflict with, you know, could be within business or with a loved one or something like that. But I think this person that you are involved with or were involved with taught you about letting go, about releasing, about not being so serious, about the lighter side of life, about risk taking even. It could be somebody that you watch let go of someone or something, you know, and this was almost like you may not have done it the same way as them, but you took pages from their book, I'm hearing, incorporated it into your life the way you want to do things, the way you would do things, right? Because again, you're two very different people, you know, very different way of going about things, but there's this real energy match there with the same outcome potentially as this other person that you learned from or that you watched, that sort of thing. But for you, it's definitely all about letting go. Yeah, Ten of Wands is the ending there. Something very painful. It could be a marriage that you've ended with this Ten of Pentacles there. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, exactly. So Virgo, I don't think you need any advice. I'd ask Spirit for advice, but quite honestly, it's pretty cut and dry here. I think this is just a brava, and if this hasn't happened yet, but it's resonating with you, like it just feels right to you, you'll know. You'll know straight away if this resonates or not. It's almost like, you know, this is what you have to look forward to, or you're on the right track. Sometimes people just need confirmation of that. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave it there for today, Virgo. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please, please, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. If anyone's worried about, you know, being anonymous and that sort of thing, just go through your privacy settings and set that all up. It's super duper easy. But yeah, let's keep building on this community, guys. Let's watch it grow, and in turn, I will get better at posting more consistently. Okay, Virgo, take care. Bye for now.